Howdy folks, welcome back to SnowRunner. We are on Big Salmon Peak on the live server. Pretty much picking up where we left off with one exception. I brought all four of my Chevy K30s back to the shop for a little tune-up, let's say. Didn't like how slow they were, so we'll see. They're all four gonna be pulling radar trailers most of the time. Once in a while I'll be able to dump the trailer and just run around a little bit. So we'll see what they do with the trailer and without. So right off the bat, I need to take one of the flatbeds with a radar unit up to the watchtower above the factory, and then beyond that I'll go get the upgrade by the roadblock. I'll take a fleet side with a radar unit for that. So I'm sitting in a flatbed, just happened to be, that wasn't planned. I gotta go buy a trailer, and I got the Royal in the way. I should still be able to get in there and get the controller back on after sitting here just looking at what I should do. It jumps right out there, and then it kind of goes slow a little bit, but yeah, I think I can get through there. It's really snappy, ain't it? Prototype exploration unit. God, how I wish the off-road one worked. It's half the mass, which means easier to pull than this thing. Plus it has bigger, wider tires on it, which means it's, it stays up out of the mud better. Where am I going with this one? To the right and up around that way. Or is there a shortcut? Let me get rid of this, and so I need to go up here. I think I can run out this way and then go up here. I'd have to run all the way out there, I think. You know what? I can go right here. Boink. Boink. No, not over there, dickwad. Waypoint. Dickwad waypoint. Let's see. And now I want to get on this road. So I gotta go around this way, or I gotta go around this way. One or the other. I could have laid this out before, I suppose, but I was still working on trying to decide where to go with the dang things. So we'll turn right and then follow the blue dots. The next one coming out will turn left. Am I gonna carry that sign all the way there until it gets jammed under the front end and makes me get stuck somewhere? I thought maybe I could knock it off there. Maybe I could knock it off on this one. Oh, see, there it goes. It just got jammed into the road. Perfect way to start out. A stop sign jammed. I wish it would just stop jerking around and fucking shit up until I had a chance to do something about it. There. Now I can go on my way. Son of a bitchin' game. Can you tell I'm getting kind of fed up with the dev bullshit? You know, make some deep mud holes, some tricky trails, but don't make a fucking stop sign that wrecks your truck, wipes you out. And it's not just stop signs, it's any one of those signs could do that. You'll either knock them down or they'll spear right through your truck and do what you just saw. Gotta do the jackknife around this corner here. Oh, not quite a complete 180. So far I'm liking how it's handling this trail with the new tune-up. But I need to turn left. I mean, even pulling that boat anchor, it's hauling ass. It's in 4th out of 6th, but then it, oh, there's another sign. But then it does that. Because I'm getting up some speed, it suddenly flies off the road and picks up another sign. You don't dare go, you know, over 15 kilometers per hour on this shit. Or you're gonna smash into a guardrail and spear a sign through your hood. Okay. No, not quite okay. The dot moved ahead again. I thought that's where we were turning. Here we go. Right across from the factory where we deliver all the shit. Everything but the cabins goes to that factory. As far as the contracts. The tasks obviously have different delivery areas. Now at this point I don't have a clue how to get up to the watchtower, so this is where I'm gonna run. I think it's up there to the right through that crack in the rocks, but this is where I'll run the radar unit, and it will tell me exactly, or hopefully show me exactly how to get up there. I wish the functions didn't stay open while you were running that. Then you wouldn't have all the white dots everywhere. See, now I can close the functions. And take a look at the map. Well, I wasn't as far up there as I thought. I wasn't even up to the end of my dots, but it still uncovered the watchtower. And it looks like it's going to be easier to get from the other side. Unless I can go around here. And then around there, and then down to there. Wow, that's a long ways. Go around the mountain. Going over the top, any possibility? Holy shite. Well, it's basically right up through here. You know, I wonder if this is one of them times where I could leave the radar trailer behind and come back and get it later. What am I going to want to do with it next? I've already got a different truck coming up this side that's going to get this shit and then run up through the swamp toward that watchtower. I don't need 2 radar trailers over here. I'd rather either run this one up toward the landslide on the highway and then toward there. You know what? If I did keep the radar trailer on, I could run up this road and clear that shit out. Okay, that decides what I'll do with this one. Come on, baby. Do I gotta... Yeah, I gotta lock in diff lock. There we go. Can't see where I'm going. There we go. That's a nice sounding 454. I used to work on them old iron block 454s. And the 350s. I had a 455 in my Buick, which I punched out to 60 over. Forged crank, balanced rods, K&N. Trying to remember if they were dome top. Yeah, they were K&N dome top with valve reliefs. Should I go up or follow around? It's harder than hell to tell. No, I should stay here. The other one goes down there. Goes back down the side of the mountain. Boy, I had mighty big plans when I started this episode, and, you know, as usual, I always plan more than I can do. At least I got something to do in the next episode then. Holy shit, it's already in. Diff lock. There we go, that's all I needed. I don't mind a little mud that's hard to get through, or a rocky trail, or, you know. Oh, look at the... I've never seen that before. That must be something new for the live server. The tramway coming up to the top of the mountain. Huh, that's cool. Well, let's keep going. 20 minutes in, we ain't popped we ain't popped the first watchtower yet. I know we have to do a switchback that has a real bad angle on it before we get to that watchtower. Man, we're climbing some serious elevation. Talk about uphill all the way. An uphill battle all the way. I sure picked a good one to be the first one, the first of 4. But we're about to the switchback, which means we stop climbing and we start going down. Alright. Before we lose any elevation, I should... Oh, there's the tramway. Oh, I remember going up there on the PTS server. There's nothing up there, it's just a building, which you can see from here. And then there's this tricky 180 we gotta do. I see there's another road going up this way, sort of. If you get out here on the flat rock and keep climbing from one level to the other, you could probably get around it. But this is what I wanted to do. Alright, now we can move on. I should get rid of that damn job so I don't have markers all over the freaking place. That's nicer. Alright. Quit goofing around. Check the map. Oh, I'm not even up to the switchback yet. This ain't even the switchback. This is just a curve in a bad curve in the road. The switchback is way the fuck up there. Jesus Christ. This whole episode's... I think we have to go up that trail that I was just talking about being nearly impossible. Or do we... Or do we go this way? Let me get rid of this so I can see. It looks like I stay on the lower part this time. The upper part is up there. Stay to the lower part this time. Before I went on the upper part. Try to go around as many of those gigantic rocks as I can. See, there's a switchback right there, but that apparently isn't the one we take. No, that goes back down here. That would go back down. Well, you can't exactly get to the upgrade that way, but it would go down towards that way. If you did some... If you did some of that, I'm gonna get to the bottom of the hill one way or the other sort of thing, you could get down there. You know, you might have to turn your truck back over onto the wheels when you're done, but you could get there. I want to go over the big flat rock instead of the small little one. I paused there for a second to let the warning about the diff lock to go away. Now I just turned it off for that one. Turn it back on. I'm gonna go around the outside of that big rock. This is our hairpin turn. I'm gonna go up here and get a wider swing on it. And then cut it in sharp. That worked all right. I'm not even using diff lock for this. It's in auto from when I backed up. I threw it in automatic to get reverse instead of goofing around with the clutch. Is this our... I've had the... yeah, it is. I've had the camera turn around the other way for a while. We are finally at our watchtower, 30 minutes in. Holy baloney balls. No reason to run the radar unit from up here. In fact, it looks like just the fact that we came up here and popped the watchtower got rid of the rest of that black stuff down in here. The covering. So I think I can kill this one for now. Shut it off for now. Hop into the fleet side that I'm gonna grab the upgrade with, and then see what roadblock is about. I did it on the PTS server. I just don't really remember. I could get down there with this one. Come down here, and then get on this, and come right up here. But that's not the way I wanted to go with this one. I wanted to take it up here towards the north. I wanted to continue traveling north with it. So we'll jump into where's garage? I think there was... this one was a fleet side. A Z blue one. And we'll... do we need to purchase a radar trailer for this thing? Or should we just blast up to the watchtower? I think we should just blast up to the watchtower with it. hit those 2 spots and then blast right up through the swamp to the watchtower. Do that with the second half hour. Go a lot quicker without pulling that boat anchor. Yep, there she goes. You may have noticed that all the IX3880s are gone. Well, the game wanted to do... Whoa! The game wanted to do an upload, or rather a download. The game wanted to do a download on those trucks, and I didn't feel like waiting for it. So whenever I have the time to sit here, well, I'll probably lay in bed and watch TV while it's downloading. There's 3 downloads it wants to do. What it is it's updates. And it's kind of a pain in the ass. I love that these mod developers want to build really nice mods. Whoa, 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 getting wild. Look at that magnetic attraction. First one way and then the other. I appreciate that they want to build, where does that go? Oh yeah, up to the top of the hill. I've been up there. I appreciate that they want to build cool mods, nice mods, and they want to keep them up to date. But one mod that's updating is 130 megabyte, and another mod that's updating, don't let me get too far before let's see, if I go straight up to here and then over to here and then get up on this one and then go that way and then get up here, I can go to where the upgrade is. But like I say, one of the updates is 130 megabyte, and the other is 360 megabyte, I believe. Okay, you can barely see the snorkel above the water. And then there's another small one that's like, what was I saying? Gigabytes? I mean megabytes. 360 megabytes, 130 megabytes, and 80 megabytes are the 3 updates. And with my slow-ass internet, it would take the better part of 4 hours for all of that shit to download. So what I would do is just find a couple movies to watch and leave the game run while I go watch a couple flicks. But at, you know, what is it now, 5:05 in the morning? I started on this about 3:30 with the tune-ups and everything. So now is not the time to do that unless I did that instead of this. This seems like, right there is my turn. Okay. It's into the snowbank right here. What was that sign back there? I mean, what was that? Yukon. I've seen that before. Yukon Ironworks. Every time you come down this hill, every time I went the wrong way and came down this hill, instead of turning left at the intersection up there and went the proper way, I would mistakenly turn right because my brain doesn't work, and I wouldn't realize I was going the wrong way until I got down here and saw Yukon Ironworks. I mean, but I still got to where I was going. I just had to take a different route. Had to go down through the swamp instead of up around the factory. But you get to the same place. One's quicker than the other. Alright, upgrade. Stop. Don't roll past it. I don't need that for upgrade. I need this for upgrade. I need to get out of. There we go. Show. Collab and the Maz. I don't even have the Maz on this map. I'd have to go to a Russian map to get the Collab and the Maz both. And then I could bring them over here once I retained them. So now how are we getting down the roadblock? Because we're a couple tiers up too high. Let's see, down to here. And then this way, and this way, and this way, and this way. That still doesn't really do it. We need to go up to here and use this cutover and then come back up. What a pain in the ass. But, you know, I don't think this it looks like there's a rickety old bridge there. Maybe you could go under it. I don't know. I don't think I ever tried to go under it. I just came up from the other end. I grabbed the... I think what I did on the PTS was I grabbed the upgrade and the job to do roadblock on separate occasions. If I remember right. But look at this thing go. Oh, I like that tuna. Oh, there's one of those containers you can grab. Instead of bringing them through the gate from the rail yard in flooded foothills. And there's another one. And there's the blocked railroad tracks that keep you from running up through there. It makes it very hard to get those containers. I actually got them last time by using a Kraz with the big crane and climbing up on top of a large flat rock and then using the crane to reach out. And then, well, I left my trailer back on flat ground, you know, and then I went and hooked up to my trailer again. The detour has recently been blocked by a landslide. We need your help now. Yeah, they always need my help, don't they? 2 wooden planks. Alright, that's cool. Now let's get rid of the tracking. I have gone up and over this thing using that hillside right there in the past with the M134, but we're 42 minutes in, and I said I wanted to run straight up and try and get that watchtower. So we need to turn around and run up this road as far as it'll take us. And there's a blockage there. I'm not sure where this road ends up going. Or can we cut down to the tracks? I think we can cut down to the tracks right here. We'll have to go around that bullshit, but then we can grab support the locals and run up here into the rail yard and then use this cutover. There's a cutover here that goes north up to the cement factory, which is basically where that watchtower is. I don't even have the headlights on, but I'm going to make it daytime anyways. But it's still dark in the morning. Let's turn this thing around. Let's turn this view around. And then do this. Least movements or maneuvers possible, and then run into a rock. And look how it tries to force itself into the rock, despite, you know, turning full to the right. It tries to force itself left into the rock, and then it tries to force itself left up the bank. It don't seem to care where the wheels are turned. Here's where I was thinking I could go down to the tracks. Oh, there's a container here too. Cool beans. Yeah, move over a little. There you go. By the way, I don't know what's been fucking up with my audio. A couple of videos it's perfectly fine, and then a couple of videos it starts screwing up. It's like it's like if I get it gets loud and it gets soft. I actually haven't uploaded the videos yet that I'm talking about, so you wouldn't know what I'm talking about. But you know that I've had people complain that sometimes it's too soft and they can't hear me. So I try to make it louder. But then I've noticed that it'll get really loud and then it gets really soft. And it gets really loud and it gets really soft. It's freaking crazy. It's like, I know I'm using Windows Game Bar just because it's very simple. You push a button, you're recording. You push another button, you're not recording, you know? And, but I know it will automatically adjust the volume of the microphone. If it gets really loud, it'll cut it back. Several households in the area have suffered from flooding. They need food. However, the crates must be placed on special ramps. Oh, I know what this one is. It's where you go to Rachel's house and Steve's house, and I don't remember who the other guy is. Did I accept it? Yeah. And you have to pick up all these consumables and deliver one consumable by crane to a platform in front of each house. Oh, I remember going out in that swamp there to recover a truck and completely sinking. I don't see the truck. Maybe you have to accept the job first. Completely sinking the Kraz right over the roof, or up to the roof. Come on. Come on. I want you on the other side. And then I went snorkeling with Duramax. I think the title of the video is Went Swimming, or something like that. It was on the PTS. But when I had the Duramax handy, and I knew the Duramax had points to fix the Kraz with, and I knew it had the balls to pull it out. Now it's not gonna work right. So so I just went flying in with the Duramax and wasn't sure how deep it would get. I should make sure I mark this. And Duramax went completely underwater and still ran. You could see the bubbles coming up, and it was making kind of a burbling sound. What happened? Did those... they change the map up here? I shouldn't have went back to the tracks. There's supposed to be a cutover that gets you to the cement factory. This part of the map doesn't appear to be the same anymore, unless it's up here under the black part. But it looks like this road back here by that metal framing goes up to the watchtower. I shouldn't have come back out to the tracks. Looks like there's another metal framing over there. Or a wood framing, or who knows, I don't know. I'm at 51 minutes, I'm not going to go over there to find out. Yeah, this looks different. This is the... Yeah, this is the warehouse and rail yard. All I did 100 times over was come out this gate, shoot over a little bit, come north a little bit, and I was at the cement factory. They were like 2 minutes apart. But now the road that would be going up to the cement factory appears to be going up a mountain. So maybe they moved the cement factory up the tracks further. And actually, that you know how I was talking about, you know, you run up you run up north up the road that goes to the T near the factory where you can turn right or left. Well, if you turn left, it kind of swings you around a little bit, but then it heads you west and it heads you straight into the cement factory. Or at least it used to. I don't even see a cement factory down there. All I see is more swamp. And those mountains in the distance aren't really there. It's just like scenery, a backdrop. Do you think I guessed correctly? I'm taking a hard left there instead of continuing straight. Oh, now that looks cool. I gotta back up a little bit. That's the warehouse we were just at. That's a screenshot. Although I haven't been really doing a lot of screenshots because I can take a capture anytime I want from the video. I was taking hundreds and hundreds of screenshots. And oh, I remember this one. It was a bitch to get into before. There was some rocks you had to climb over. It looks like they might have made this approach a little easier. Maybe they realized the rocks were just impossible to get over. But then they had to completely redesign this whole corner of the map, I guess, in order to do that. So I'm going to stop engine, despite the fact that I love listening to it. Oof. Close functions. You know what? I'm going to get it up here out of that deep snow. Now, this is the appropriate time to shut the engine off. And take a look around. And we got an upgrade. And we got 2 upgrades and 2 watchtowers in 56 minutes. Starting from the garage. I didn't have trucks strategically placed to save on time. Kind of wishing I could see over the edge better. Okay, that's a good place to stop. Right there. I'm gonna leave a run for the exit. Alright, that looks cool. Nobody can deny that. That don't look cool. And I don't see a cement factory out there anywhere. This should all be open now. There's the railroad track, so maybe they moved the cement factory down into that valley down there. Well, there's the road coming down the hill. There's that road that I came down 1,000 times. So there's the cement factory. I see now. You gotta cross the railroad tracks, follow this little trail, and then cut north to the cement factory. It's more of a trip than it used to be, it looks like. I don't know. I'll figure it out once I drive it. But I'll look at the radio tower way up there. But now we're at 59 minutes instead of 56 minutes. We're above the fog. It's pretty clear when you get above the fog. Alright, well thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.